Hello guys, hello guys. Hope you're doing great. We are finally back with the second episode of the second season of this series of videos called Pokedex in Real Life. We are now back from the last video, which we ended up having Flaffy added to the Pokedex binder. So we will continue now with Pokemon 181 of the National Pokedex. And on today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different, which is I will not try to guess the set that the card comes from, because I have noticed that I make a lot of mistakes when I try to do that. But I will actually pull in somewhere in the screen like the set that the card comes from, and also the price for the card, even if it's just a regular card, you know, the price in case you want to get the same card or want to do the same challenge as me. It is very important. It's something to take into consideration. So let's now begin with the first few cards of this video. Here we're going to be completing most of this page. So the first card that we have is this beautiful Ampharos. We ended up last video with Flaffy, so we have now these Ampharos, these Teams Rocket Ampharos recently got from the set of Destined Rivals. Definitely one of my favorite Pokemons, also because this Pokemon was part of my team when I just started playing these games, so it is great to have this Pokemon finally on the Pokedex. For the next Pokemon, we have this Velosum. It is a beautiful card from the Sword and Shield era, if I am not mistaken. I am actually a big fan of this Pokemon. I mean, I have never used it on my personal gameplays, but I mean, like the look that it has and, you know, all the evolution line that it has, it's very interesting to see how it evolves, and it actually has a beautiful art, just like in the games. We will now continue with the next Pokemon, which in this case is this Marill, very beautiful Pokemon from the second generation. Definitely one of my favorite arts, even if it's just a regular art. It looks so good. Very cute, very cute. Now to continue with Marill's evolution, we have here Azumarill, very cute Pokemon as well. Also one of those beautiful arts, illustrated by the way from Orca. I think that's the name of the artist. Yeah, Orca. Looks pretty cool, pretty cute too. I don't remember the set, but you might have already like seen the card that this set comes from, and it looks gorgeous. So for our next card, we have one of the funniest Pokemons that you can encounter, which is this Sudowoodo. This is also a card from the Sword and Shield era. This was actually a gift from a person who had this card and I didn't, and I actually needed for this binder challenge, so the person just brought me the card and now I'm going to be placing it into the binder. Very cute Pokemon, very funny as well. So now we are down to the Pokemon number 186, which is this Politoed Reverse, also from the Sword and Shield era. This was actually a card that I didn't know I had until like, what, 3 or 4 days ago. It was great when I saw it and I like didn't remember if I've had it in the binder or not. So when I found out that I didn't, it was a great addition to it, and it also is a reverse card, so it looks even better. For the next card, we have one of my favorite illustrations, which is this Hoppip. It is actually just a regular card. It has nothing interesting to say about, but just the coloring that it has and the type of drawing that it has makes it one of my favorites. Makes it one of my absolute favorites. The next card we have is obviously Hoppip's evolution, which is this Sky Blue. It is a gorgeous card actually, maybe not as beautiful as Hoppip, and I don't know if they come from the same set or if I got them from the same set, but this is not as beautiful as the other one. Still a pretty cool card. Next card we have is one that I got when I just started collecting, and I opened one of my first Minitins, which was from Palladium Fates, and I got this beautiful Jumpluff Shiny, which actually matches the color of Hoppip back here, and it looks so great. As I said before, this is from Palladium Fates. I don't know the price for it right now, but you might already see it on the screen. Next card, we have one of the cutest Pokemons out there. It is the Aipom. If I am not mistaken, this is from Surgeon Sparks, which is great. I have a lot of cards of this set, and fortunately enough I was able to get this card because I think that this is the only Aipom card that I have got. I don't know if I had it from any other set, but this is one of the few that I was able to find. To continue now, we have one of those Pokemons that, like, honestly nobody really cares about, but it seems very cute to me. It is this Sunkern. It looks very cute. I think that this card is also from Surgeon Sparks, which makes it great. It's not my favorite set, honestly, because of the hit rate that it had or the way that it was with me, but I like this card, although the Pokemon is not one of my favorites. Unfortunately, we don't have Sunkern's evolution, which is Soundflora, although I have opened like a lot of packs of Twilight Masquerade, and that's a card that I thought that I had, but I didn't, so we will find that card eventually. But for now, let's continue with the next Pokemon card. To continue now, we have this Yanma, one of those Pokemons that didn't really like make sense when it just appeared on the games and on the series, just because it felt like there was something else missing from this Pokemon until we got to the 4th generation when we got Yanmega. But for now, let's just stick with Yanma. Now we have encountered one of those situations that I don't like, which is that I don't have the Pokemon that we are looking for, but we have this Wooper from Paldea. I said that this is one of the I said that this is not one of those situations that I like because I prefer having the original Pokemon instead of regional Pokemons like this Wooper, which is from Paldea. I like the card, I like the Pokemon, but I would prefer it to be the regular Wooper that we all know, the blue one. On the other hand, we have this Quagsire, the original Quagsire, which looks so great. It is a promo card, if I am not mistaken, from one of the products that you can get on Surgeon Sparks, but this card is so great with that Hoyle pattern. To continue now, we have one of those very few hits that you can get from Prismatic Evolutions. This time it is this Espeon EX Terra Crystal form. It looks great. You know, I cannot say many positive things about Prismatic Evolutions, but this is one of those hits that we got. I don't know if I have recorded it. I think that I did, but still, it looks pretty cool. Now, I think that we are about to show like the best card that we have put on the binder in regards to like old cards. We have here this time the Umbreon V-Star. I'm sorry, what? V-Star? No, Gold Star from Celebrations. I think that this is the second best hit that you can pull out of Celebrations. So we pulled it. We have already seen a short related to this card. I have recorded a video opening the Celebration CTB. I'm pulling this card, so make sure to check the channel to see my reaction of pulling this card. So to continue now, we have this Markrow from the Sword and Shield era, one of those Pokemons just like Yama, which were missing an evolution, but finally got it on 4th generation. I don't know what happened with this generation and with 4th, but these two seem to be very connected. Now we are going to continue with one of those very common hits that you can get from Prismatic Evolutions, which is this Slowking Pokeball Reverse. Nothing really interesting to say about this card, but just that it is a Pokeball Reverse from Prismatic Evolutions. No much value, but it actually shines very beautifully, to be honest. To continue now with another card from the Sword and Shield era, we have this Misdreavus. Looks so cute, honestly. I don't remember where I got this card from. I think it might have been a gift or maybe from one of the first packs that I have ever opened, but we will add it now to the binder. So let's continue now with one of those Pokemons that are very curious, which is this unknown. In this case, is this unknown V-Star that we, I think, pulled in one of those videos for Clara's or Cyrus premium tournament collection boxes. This card is from Silver Tempest, and I think that I pulled it of one of those products. I don't remember which one though. Let's now continue with one of these recent cards from Destined Rivals, which is these Team's Rocket Wobbuffet. I haven't had the chance to open my ETB yet, but once I do it and once I get the promo card, we will definitely change this one to get the promo card into the binder. So now to continue with the video, we have this Girafarig, one of those Pokemons that are very curious to see, not my favorite. It is one of those that you were like very accessible to get when you were playing the game that it appeared in. Not one that you were looking for, definitely, especially at the beginning, since it was even worse than it is right now. But now that it has an evolution, makes it a little bit better. And finally, for today's video, guys, we have one of those Pokemons that looks very cute. Nothing really interesting to say about this Pokemon, but we have Pineco. It looks great. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this kind of Pokemons that actually have no relation with or that don't have like a very interesting background. So guys, that is going to be everything for today's video. We are only missing one card out of this page of the binder. Unfortunately, we are missing that Sunkern, but we will get it eventually. Thank you so much for being here. Don't remember to leave a like, to leave a sub, to leave a comment, to say which was your favorite card for today's video. And if you want to continue seeing more videos related to this series, you may want to click in any of these 2 videos that you have over here. And without anything else to say, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.